steak tacos. I'll show you what we got going on right here. We got big ass cut of flank steak, jalapeno, some cheese, couple forms of tortillas, just a little salt and pepper, bacon grease, ghee, paper towel, and our videographer will be our 5-year-old. We ready to start? We ready to start? Now they can't see. All right, hi guys. Okay. We're going to start putting salt on the steak. It's a good, healthy amount of salt on a good, healthy flank steak. Yeah?
Keep going.
Can they see? Can they see everything?
Yep.
Cool. And then,
Except for that thing.
it's okay, they don't need to see that. A little pepper on. We're gonna flip this around. We're gonna put more salt and pepper on. Don't cover up the camera.
Why?
And so today's discussion topic, well, first of all, before we get to the discussion topic, we want to talk about what flank steak is and why we like it. So flank steak is an affordable option, particularly if you have a relationship with a local butcher. Make sure camera's on me. Thank you.
Yep, it is.
Okay. Particularly if you have a relationship with a local butcher, it's a little bit harder to find at mass market stores. Like, good chance if you go to Whole Foods or something like that, you might not find flank steak.
Alex, I want to be in the pics.
You want to be in the picture? Okay. Well, ask your mom if she wants to film, and then you can be in the picture and we can cook together.
Yep.
Okay. So if you, hey, keep the camera up. Once we can keep cooking for a few minutes, then you can be on camera and we can talk together. Okay? Make sure you can see me. Make sure you can see me. Okay. So flank steak, very lean, lot of protein in it, not a ton of fat. So if you need some red meat and you're not trying to pack on the calories, flank steak is an excellent option. Hey, keep the camera on me.
It is.
Okay, don't shift it too much. All right, so we're gonna cut this flank steak diagonally. Can you photograph that?
I am.
Okay. And the reason why we're going to cut it diagonally is because we want it to be able to fit on the cast iron properly. So right now, we just turn the stove on.
Onyx, it's too
It's
loud.
not that loud. You turn that down. That's the lowest setting for the fan. Keep the camera on me.
Can you do it? You do it. You do it.
I can't do it by myself. I need your help.
It's on you, Alex.
Okay, so discussion topic as we cook our flank steak tacos is campus anti-Semitism. Keep the camera on me.
It is.
Is it getting hard? Is it hard to film? Hey, stop moving it so much. It makes it hard for people to see.
Can they just see me?
I don't think I can see you. Not until your mom's ready to film, and then you can jump on this side of the camera. Okay, campus anti-Semitism. Obviously, a lot of people hate Jews. It's not something that's particularly new. What is obvious to everybody who's plugged in is that the left, Israel will not be a state. Unless somehow the Republicans can get everything together and take control of the American legislature. Keep the camera on me.
Can I see it melt?
You want to see it melt? Look, it's melting. It's melting.
I see yellow.
You do see yellow, except it's yellow.
Yellow. It's
obviously,
yellow.
the new guard in the Democratic Party, the AOCs and the like, don't like Israel, they don't like Jews.
That's so amazing.
Right?
That's amazing. It's actually
It's
melting.
so amazing. It is actually melting. That's true. So there really isn't that much support for Israel in the Democratic Party for anybody who's like younger than 40 years old. And in 20 years, that's going to be basically the vast majority of the people in the Democratic Party. And so you're seeing the younger faction. See, the younger Democrats, keep the camera on me. The younger Democrats are very racist, and they're particularly racist against people who are from classes that they determine to be on the top end of the socioeconomic spectrum, Jews being one of the most obvious offenders. And so, obviously, there's going to be protests about anything involving Jews or anything involving Israel. One thing that's interesting, one thing that Elon Musk has done with X, as he's made it more free speech, is that one of the criticisms outside of the increased number of porn bots that are on the platform replying to every comment, is that there is a lot more anti-Semitism on the platform. Perhaps that anti-Semitism was going to get kicked off with prior leadership. Initially,
Alex, my hands are getting tired.
Hold the camera closer to you. Pull it closer to you. It's closer. There you go. Hey, point it up. Point it up so you can see me. Point it up.
I'm tired.
You don't want to do it? Okay, I'll do it myself. All right, 5-year-old's done helping. Back to me. Okay. So, feel free to drop your questions below if you got them. Until then, we're going to be dropping the flank steak on the cast iron right about now. So we're going to put the dry side down. Okay. So we put that on the cast iron. Put that on the cast iron. Let me show you what we're working with right here. Allison, I don't care what you have to think. Okay. That's what we got. Let's see. Any comments of the sort will be removed by the moderator. All right. Cool. I'm gonna go wash those snacks in a second. Okay. Regarding a lot of the anti-Semitism on Twitter, one part of me I like free speech, obviously. The thing that I don't like the most about anti-Semitism is Apple and Google are looking for any excuse they possibly can to ban X from their Play stores, app stores, and that's obviously going to make it very difficult for Elon Musk and the platform to succeed. And so with the proliferation of this type of new content, it does give these dissidents a lot of ammo to basically say that there is no moderation. And in Twitter, it's actually illegal to deny the Holocaust. And so what we're doing right now, let me show you what we got going on. We are adding some bacon grease to the quesadilla skillet. In Twitter, it's actually illegal to deny the Holocaust. So I don't know what Twitter's moderation rules are if you were to deny the Holocaust in Europe. If that tweet gets automatically taken down, if Twitter itself is subject to legal fines or something like that for allowing these discussions to proliferate. And while I think that it's good to have open conversation, I'm also cognizant of economics, and I'm wondering, is now the right time to have these conversations, particularly? I don't, I don't think that it's beyond reproach to question certain aspects of history as they've been taught to us, but strategically, is it really important that we do it right now? While Austin, Texas is becoming a sanctuary city for child mutilation, while we have the corrupt Biden administration that basically every sane person wants to take down, is now the right time to fight this battle? And I think what's unfortunate about the ideological right is there's not very much strategy behind, well, okay, if we can agree that we can have this discussion at some point, can we also agree to wait until after the election to happen? That would be my preference. And, you have the anti-Semitism bill that's being proposed, which, as I understand it, is basically outsourcing the responsibility for defining anti-Semitism to a international body, which is obviously never a good idea to make something illegal based on or make something frowned upon based on the definition of a body that you don't control and is unelected and unaccountable. That may be the point of it all. And so this is what happens when you have theater kids running things and occupying seats of Congress, is they think that it is a good use of their official duties to say, create a bill saying that anti-Semitism is bad. I'm fairly sure that people who don't like Jews are not going to like Jews anymore after the bill is passed. And I'm fairly sure that people who do like Jews aren't going to like Jews anymore either after the bill's passed. So I don't really know what the bill does other than give people an opportunity to grandstand and think that they're doing a great job, when it's not obvious that they're doing anything beneficial. Okay, one thing that we're going to do while we continue to cook this food, we are going to take out some onions from the refrigerator, and we're going to cook those on the side. All right, y'all can't see this, but I am slicing some onions to be included in this wonderful, wonderful. So here's what we got going on right now. We got tortillas, steak, more tortillas, onions. We're gonna flip these tortillas right now. Flip them to the other side. And then we're going to put these onions on just a little bit and get the last bit of ghee from this jar. This is like my Hanukkah. One thing that I did not like, among other things, about the wording of the bill is you're basically not allowed to disagree with any claims made by Holocaust scholars or, frankly, I think it even extends to like the state of Israel. And just as a political science lesson, you don't want to codify making any group of people infallible ahead of time. And so, I think we can agree that nobody's perfect, and creating legislation guaranteeing the infallibility of one group over others, probably not the best bet. That doesn't mean that the people who are arguing for the dismantling of the state of Israel and for the expansion of Hamas and and Palestine and all that crap are not fat, stupid liberals. But at the same time, like, it doesn't make sense to codify making a certain class of statement beyond reproach. Because that's how you create many tyrants, when people are allowed to say things that can't be questioned. Okay, we're going to be flipping this. Actually, this is not ready to flip. You know it's ready to flip when there's moisture coming up. There's starting to be moisture here. Starting to be a little bit of moisture there. And now we've got the official camera lighting back. Oh. No, it's fine now. Okay. Okay. Camera lighting back. Okay. So, we're going to continue to flip these tortillas. So one thing that I've tried to figure out how to word this properly, because I don't want it to get chopped up. At some point if I decide to mistake it and become famous. But as it pertains to estimates for Jews dying during the Holocaust, I'm not a Holocaust scholar. I went on Birthright and went to all these memorials, all that stuff. I believe that the Holocaust existed. I'm not denying that stuff at all. But what I do realize, I also study how systems. I study evolution. I study what a environment for growth is, what an environment for an idea to flourish is. I understand how systems and incentives work. And so if we're to take something that's like politically neutral, say the distance of the Earth to the sun, right? Let's say that we couldn't know with any precision, exact precision, how far the Earth was from the sun. But we knew that people who estimated the Earth to be too close to the sun were at risk of losing their jobs. We knew that. Okay? Well, if we looked at the consensus of what how far the scholars thought the Earth was from the sun, the average of the consensus would be skewed to slightly further than the actual distance that the Earth was from the sun, because we're forgetting the fact that if people say that the Earth is too close to the sun, they lose their jobs. And so just because the consensus of experts says the average guess is a certain number, that doesn't mean that that's the best estimate available that one has. That being said, Hitler killed a lot of people. Does it matter if it's 6 million or 3 million or 2 million? Probably some people out. What he did wasn't very good, and we should probably learn from it. The flip side is, if we realize that there were other atrocities that were similarly repugnant in the 20th century, like Pol Pot, who killed my grandparents on my mom's side, perhaps we would, and perhaps history would view communism as equally repugnant and dangerous as Nazism. And Nazism is socialism, right? As I understand it, the Nazis were National Socialists. That's what the Nazi Party means, National Socialist Party. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more. Okay, we're going to take this taco out, put that in, put this one. Any questions, please drop them below. I think we're going to need to bust into some of the ghee that we brought home from. right. Do a little bit more. Put a little bit more ghee on the pan.
I just didn't understand what the point is about debating the number of deaths in the Holocaust at this point.
Well, I think I don't know. I think on some level, the people who say it's inflated think that the number is like way less. I haven't really looked into.
But what's the point? A large number of people died.
So I actually think that the Holocaust deniers deny that fact too.
Well, no, like no, that's objectively true. A lot of people did die.
Right.
There was a global world war.
Right. No, I mean, if you go deep into that whole, like, some people will say, like, there was no gas in Auschwitz, and, like, a lot of the claims were overstated.
Well, what difference does that make now?
I think the view is that
the Jews are less of a victim?
Yeah, that is the claim of the Holocaust survivors.
So that just knocks them down.
Yeah, I don't know. They go from like second most oppressed to like fourth most oppressed. Yeah, I agree. Oops. These tortillas are a little toasty.
Okay. So you have a question. Do you have any cheat meals? Because you're always eating healthy.
Yeah, I mean, we had, so my girlfriend made apple pie for my birthday. So we've had apple pie after all of our dinners, but it's like a low sugar apple pie. And it's homemade ice cream. So I do have cheat meals. In fact, like if you look at these tortillas are from a Tex-Mex place where we had like regular Tex-Mex with like regular beef yesterday. Oh yeah, there we go. So we just don't, and we eat in and out. I just don't eat, I very rarely will eat bad tasting cheat meals. So I'm not going to eat like Domino's pizza, right? I'm not going to eat Little Caesar's pizza. Everything that I eat is protein dominant. And so cheat meals are not black and white. It's a sliding scale. And, as long as the meal has mostly protein, even if it's made with seed oils, like our Tex-Mex is, it's not the worst in the world to be eating. There's far worse things to be eating, and we gotta live life too. So, yeah, like I'll eat Tex-Mex. I just end up eating twice the amount of protein when I eat Tex-Mex compared to the average person who's ordering Tex-Mex. And I don't eat all the carbs. That's it. All right. So, almost done.
So what's the checklist if you're going to do a cheat meal?
Just if I'm going to do a cheat meal, I mean, I just eat a lot of protein. So every meal I have, I try to put as much protein on it as I can, and I stop eating it when I'm full. So I guess I would define it as a cheat meal. I don't know, like anything with sugar. If I have like a milkshake or something, that's obviously like part of the cheat meal. I just basically don't have those that much. Like I might have a milkshake once a month, and I might go out to ice cream once every 2 weeks or something like that. If you're doing something that's small, it's like a few hundred calories, and it's like less than once a week, it doesn't matter. It's when something's a habit of yours. You eat dessert every day. You drink a soda every day. You drink a beer every day. It's everyday things that matter. A lot of people talk about like, oh, I quit alcohol. This is ready. I've actually never quit alcohol myself, but I use alcohol so infrequently that the 20 drinks a year that I drink across 12 different nights, it doesn't matter. And so focus on what your habits are. If you have one cheat meal a week, and it's not like a prolific cheat meal where you're eating like 6 pizzas and a milkshake, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have a cheat meal every 3 days, you don't have a cheat meal every 7 days. It doesn't matter. It's what you eat for most of your meals that's much more important. Okay. So we're going to start slicing the flank steak. A little bit well cooked. That's also the end piece. Inside is going to be a little bit more All right, this will do for round 1, Chef Alex tacos. Just gotta let you know that Chef Alex doesn't miss. All right. Okay. So we're going to cut that.
Push the cutting board onto, there you go.
We're gonna quarter up this jalapeno. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of cheddar cheese to the taco on one side. Add some tortilla, or some, excuse me, not tortillas, onions on the other side. And add some jalapenos to the top. All right, how's that look? That looks good? Okay, let's see how Chef Alex did. Fold this taco, get it all in. As always, Chef Alex didn't miss. Thank you for tuning in to Live Stream Lunch every Wednesday, Friday, for the most part. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, live on YouTube. Peace.